Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and we've got Final Fantasy X Part 2 Trials of Reckoning dropping tomorrow in the game, so let's talk about what you're going to need to get ready to get your biggest score possible, make farming this event as easy as it can be, or if you're going for one of those titles or some of those rewards, let's talk about how you can actually score the most points. I'm going to start with bonus units, because even though there's a nice long list of bonus units right here, there's only a few that I think are super important. Obviously, Titus at that XL bonus multiplier is massively important, and he will be very important if you're going for biggest score you can. Other than him, I think Yuna and Raychez are the other two most important units for this fight. After that, feel free to just kind of mix in whoever else you have here that can do the deed you need them to do. Remember, when you're doing Trials of Reckoning, stack as many bonus units and as many bonus vision cards as you can. You get all of those multipliers on top of each other, and when you're hitting the mobs, you get bonus points for chains, elemental and attack type chain. You get bonus points for hitting an attack type weakness and bonus points for hitting an elemental type weakness. So with that in mind, let's jump into the actual stats of these things we're going to be fighting. We'll start with the space chicken himself, Valifor. This is the boss. You can see he's going to walk in there with 100,000 HP, so a good chance to chain on him a little bit. But note that his elemental weakness is dark. There are no dark bonus units coming into this fight, so you're going to have to find a way to either lower one of his other elemental resist, which Raychez can do for water, or you're going to need to focus on just hitting his slash type weakness or his magic type weakness. We're going to really focus on the slash type weakness for most of this talk, but you're going to want to build the biggest chain you can. He's not steal timeable. He's immune to CT chain, so you can't be stealing time, knocking his CT down, but you can slow him. This is where Titus is going to be very important. We'll look at Titus's skills here in a minute, but he is very weak to slow. And not only is he weak to slow, you're going to want to remove this. He will do Prayer Child's Wish, or whatever it's going to be called in Global, where he will grant himself a 36% haste. And if he's hasted, by the way, his shooting power AoE move hits for 60% harder. So if you're not geared up to take that hit, and your amount of HP you have left at the end of a fight actually matters for these, for points, I believe. So you really want to get his haste off. Both Raychez and Titus can get that job done for you. So that's going to be the space chicken, right? Look to hit him with slashing attacks or magic attacks. I prefer slashing because you can chain slashing attacks, and he's weak to dark, so you're going to want to maybe lower that resist with something else. We talked about Titus and Raychez being important for this fight. Let me show you specifically why. Titus has Delay Buster. It's a little bit of a short range move, so it's going to take him a couple turns to get in range, but this will inflict slow on the target, which will not only give him less turns and give you more of a chance to chain on him, but slow will override haste, so this is going to be a very important move. I think it will be more of an important move on a manual clear, but you could set it up on auto depending on what your team is, to just turn Titus's other moves off and have him run up there and Delay Buster, the space chicken. Other than that, you're going to look for Raychez to do a lot of work for you, because Raychez has a couple of things that are very important. One, she has sustaining slash. It has 3 uses and is a multi-hit slashing attack. Very good. I think you're going to want her doing this on manual or auto to build up your chains. She also has right here Slate Wiper. This is a very long range skill that on an auto run, if you're just setting up an auto team to beat this guy, this removes haste from the target. So for auto teams, and we're going to watch a video here in a second of a JP auto clear, the Raychez walks up there and Slate Wipers the haste off of the space chicken. Massively important for scoring more points on that clear, or maybe for winning. I don't know how many 306% multiplier nukes a lot of people's accounts can take, so this is going to be very important. A very big thing for Raychez. Also, and I don't know how important this will be, it would definitely be for manual only, Raychez has Water Break Rune. she can actually reduce the target's water resistance by 38% for 3 turns. It is a short range move, but maybe for like manual play, if you're really going for a Raychez Titus chain and you want to take advantage of that elemental multiplier, Water Break Rune could be somewhere you could look. I don't know. We'll have to experiment. And of course, I'll be live on Wednesday, on stream messing with this. So come in there. We'll check all that out together. That's kind of the Raychez and Titus show. The other important person in this raid is going to be Yuna. And the reason I say that is not for Valifor, but if we look at the rest of the mobs, like here's Valifor spawning right here, but there's these other mobs on the map. You get your bonus points for killing those mobs as well if you're hitting their elemental or attack type weakness. So if you scroll down, you can see we have two fire wolves. Obviously, water attacks would be really good here if you want that multiplier, and they are weak to magic. So you could choose to either water attack them or have your 2 water units working on Valifor and have Yuna kill them with some magic. So that's an option for you there, and a reason Yuna could be important. These are E2 and E3, so they're grouped together right here. Like one maybe AoE magic attack from Yuna, aka the Space Chicken, could take them down. You have the skeletons right here. They are weak to what? Magic again, and they're dark. So Yuna hitting them with a light magic spell will get you double bonus points for taking care of those skeletons. We have some earth element and earth cactus mobs. These are weak to magic. So again, it's another Yuna target. Your Yuna is going to be putting in some work in these fights, whether it's just on auto or you bring in somebody else to hit magic, depending on what bonus units you have. But they're not weak to slash, and with no wind element bonus units, if you're going for a bonus here, it's going to be magic. If you're trying to hit the weakness for the earth elemental there, you have the dark flan, who is weak to light, obviously, and guess what? Weak to magic. So how you use your Yuna looks like it's going to be very, very important. And then lastly, a Cactar, and you guessed it, weak to wind, which there's no bonus for, and weak to magic. So a lot of potential here to take down Valifor with your chainers, right? Or a lot of opportunity for Yuna to score you some bonus points on the rest of the map. So that's kind of how that's going to play out. I want to give another shout out real quick before we go into the video we're going to watch. If you built up King Mont, he has a very big skill here. Claws of the Young King. You're going to see Mont use this to clear a lot of the mobs in the auto run we're going to see, which is important because it will allow the rest of the team to focus on Valifor where they might not have otherwise. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's kick it into full screen mode here, and let's watch a JP player running Titus Raychez, Ketone actually, King Mont, and Yuna. This is going to be an auto run. Let's mute the music right there before I get DMCA'd. We're going to watch this auto run. Watch Raychez in particular, and watch how this team is auto-tuned to do a nice big slashing chain on the boss while letting Yuna run around and do Yuna stuff. So Titus is going to pop AP restore, Raychez is going to walk up, buff the slash attack for both of them, Ketone's going to run forward, and she actually drops a long-range attack on Valifor right there. Yuna going to go ahead and hit magic weakness number 1 right there, scoring some bonus points for the team. Titus kills Mont kills those 2 wolves, which is important because it will prevent Titus's AI from going for the kill on them right here. Instead, he will buff and go to focus on Valifor. I believe that is something that this person was planning on. And then Raychez walks forward, and that was the big slate wiper right there, taking the haste off of Valifor. It's now a non-hasted unit, and we can begin slash chaining the mob down, getting those maximum bonus points. That big AoE attack hit for significantly less hard. Mont slashes the main boss and kills one of the adds. And now with Yuna picking stuff off, we're free to focus here. Titus is going to walk in and use his limit break for the 4-hit slashing chain. Rachel is going to follow that up with her double hitter for 14,000 damage each. Here comes Ketone. She's going to go ahead and dream within a dream for a 3-hit slashing attack. And King Mont's going to look to finish it, but with no AP, just auto attacks and almost kills the boss. By the boss not dying though, it does buy Yuna enough time to go ahead and summon Valifor right there to hit the weakness of the mob. Titus finishes him off with a 14,000 point hit. And the nice thing here, by utilizing the bonus units and bonus vision cards, this person, Calum, is going to get a pretty good score. What are you posting right there? 11.2k on auto? That's just fine. You can set up 11.2k auto runs and just, you know, let the game do its thing. Let it go ahead and score a bunch of points for you. That's really nice. Now, I do want to talk about the gear we can get. The new piece of gear is Orin, aka Aaron right here, sunglasses. So we were never able to farm this before. It's an interesting piece of gear. The two versions to pay attention to, in my opinion, are the shield version, which has 16 defense on an accessory, which isn't bad, with 5 spirit, 6 accuracy, and 3 crit rate. Or the crit version, which has 12 accuracy and 12 crit, and backs that up with at +5, giving 20 more accuracy down here, and acquired AP up 30%. If we were to compare that to something like the Alexandrite ring, I think the Alexandrite ring is a better accuracy piece of gear. With 20 accuracy plus 20 more, that puts it at 40, whereas orange sunglasses are 20 plus 12, only 32, so you're losing out on 8 there, but you might not have an Alex ring, and this might be one of the first UR pieces of accuracy gear that you have access to, so it's really not bad there, and you get the bonus of having some more crit and the acquired AP up, which is fairly comparable to like 5% elemental resist. Alexandrite ring, maybe more of an accuracy tank item. Orange sunglasses, maybe more of a DPS accuracy item. And it's an accessory, right? So it really kind of opens up the rest of your kit. Also, we will be able to turn in our medals for Titus's necklace. Now, this can already be +6, which is interesting, but I think the +6 for this is really bad. So I would not +6 this thing, even at +5 though. The barrier version is a 16 spirit, 20 dex piece of gear as an accessory that gives you 15% critical damage up and 10% magic resist. Unfortunately, at +6, you're picking up 15% TP, which I think is really bad, but it is what it is. I still think Titus's necklace is a very important piece of gear when you're going for like the most damage you can and you want to be resistant to magic or spirit, things that are checked by spirit. The +6 upgrade just sucks. I wish it was better. I'm just not a fan of it. But yeah, there we go, guys. That's going to be the preview for the Trials of Reckoning event that's coming up. Good luck on your runs. I hope this answered a lot of questions for you, and I'll see you on stream tomorrow for some Trials of Reckoning goodness. Okay, see you there, everybody. Peace.